Teachers at Homestead typically know about students' interests outside of the classroom, but do students know what hobbies teachers have when they aren't here at school? In a new segment here on HHS In Depth, we'll be learning more about some interesting hobbies our teachers partake in. This week, I caught up with our beloved English teacher, Mr. Hill, in our first episode of the Teacher Spotlight. English teacher Mr. Hill, who is in his 11th year at Homestead, not only spends his time outside of school grading papers, but also has a unique hobby: biking.
I started riding in graduate school, which is a pretty stressful time. I was down in Bloomington, which is one of the nicest cycling sort of centers in the whole country. They're just incredible country roads in all directions. A friend of mine in grad school got me into road riding, and it's just this, I don't know how to describe it. I gave up golf basically for biking, which says a lot. And it's this meditative, you can be out for 3 hours on the hills suffering, and you're just not thinking about anything. You're just a machine, kind of. So it's a nice way to clear the mind. That's why I liked it.
Mr. Hill's love of biking and riding became one when he began publishing articles for a California-based magazine.
It's an online magazine that some friends started about a year ago called Elementally. And my friend Jim, who's one of those like smile-talking people who can convince people to do anything, and he lives out in the Bay Area, and he has all these friends in sort of the outdoors business. So they send us a lot of swag, and we review it, and we write stories about the bike rides or camping trips we go on. And it's for kicks, really, but it's just a way to stay riding.
Even though most of Mr. Hill's biking escapades have been successful, he recalls one unfortunate experience.
That was at a race in southern Indiana. It was on a course that I'd never raced before, and I don't remember very much of it. I remember starting the race, and then I remember waking up in an ambulance, and my wife, she was my girlfriend then, is in the ambulance with me, and I have no memory, so I say, what happened? And she goes, I won. So then I said, no, why am I in an ambulance?
Another way Mr. Hill has tied his passion for biking into his teaching career is by featuring the popular biking movie Breaking Away in his film literature curriculum.
I was in Bloomington when that was being filmed. My grandparents lived there, and I remember it being filmed. And so I think you can't separate the two.
This avid hobby transcends Indiana University, as he has found an adventurous biking trail in our very own town.
I really think that Franke Park, the mountain bike trails there, are an undiscovered resource, especially on this side of town. I don't see a lot of riders out there, but it's intense. There are 8 miles of trails, and it's narrow, tight, single track. It's a great way to just suffer physically.
Mr. Hill encourages students to pick up this healthy hobby.
Right now, I'll start a club, a mountain bike club. Hey, if you want to meet me out there, it'd be a blast.
If you or any teacher you know has an interesting talent or hobby, contact us at hhsindepth@gmail.com. For HHS In Depth, I'm Casey Stanley.